The roar of the Camp Nou, a cathedral of football, echoes not just with goals, but with artistry. It is November 19, 2005. El Clásico. Barcelona against Real Madrid. The score, 2-0. A Brazilian, number 10 on his back, receives the ball on the left wing. He dances past Sergio Ramos, a blur of nimble footwork and impossible angles. He surges into the box, leaving Ivan Helguera grasping at air. Then, a right-footed curler that kisses the underside of the crossbar before nestling into the net. The stadium erupts, not just in celebration, but in awe. Even the notoriously partisan Real Madrid fans rise to their feet, offering a standing ovation. This was Ronaldinho, not just a footballer but a conjurer, a weaver of dreams on the green canvas. But the magic wasn't born in Barcelona. It began on the dusty pitches of Porto Alegre, Brazil, a world away from the manicured lawns of Europe, a childhood steeped in the samba rhythms and the improvisational spirit of futsal, honed his extraordinary touch and audacious creativity. The early years were a crucible, forging resilience in the face of adversity, shaping a unique brand of football that was both joyful and ruthlessly effective. Before Barcelona, there was Paris Saint-Germain, a promising start, yes, but also a period of adaptation, of wrestling with expectation and the demands of European football. Flashes of brilliance were interspersed with inconsistency, a prelude to the symphony that was to come. It was in Paris that the seeds of his European legacy were sown, the lessons learned, the foundation laid. Barcelona in the early 2000s was a club adrift, a sleeping giant yearning for a savior. The arrival of Ronaldinho in 2003 was more than just a transfer. It was an injection of hope, a catalyst for transformation. He didn't just score goals, he painted them. He didn't just win matches, he orchestrated spectacles. He single-handedly resurrected a club, infusing it with his infectious alegría and leading them to unprecedented success. His impact transcended trophies. He redefined the very essence of the game, reminding the world that football could be beautiful, exhilarating, and above all, fun. He played with a smile on his face, a twinkle in his eye, as if every match was a playground, every opponent a willing participant in his artistic expression. He was a Pied Piper with a football, enchanting audiences worldwide. But the story of Ronaldinho is not just one of triumph. It's a story of fleeting glory, of the relentless pressures of fame, of the inevitable decline that awaits even the brightest stars. It's a cautionary tale of how the very qualities that made him extraordinary, his carefree spirit, his unwavering belief in his own abilities, could also contribute to his undoing. His influence extends far beyond his own accomplishments. He paved the way for a new generation of footballers, inspiring them to play with freedom, to express themselves on the pitch, to dare to be different. Perhaps his greatest legacy is the inspiration he provided to a young Lionel Messi, a prodigious talent who would eventually eclipse his mentor, but who would always acknowledge the debt he owed to the Brazilian magician who had shown him the way. This is the story of Ronaldinho, a story of extraordinary talent, unparalleled joy, and enduring legacy. A story of the Brazilian magician who not only changed Barcelona forever, but who also left an indelible mark on the beautiful game. It is a story that explores the heights of sporting glory and the complexities of human nature. The seeds of Ronaldinho's global appeal, however, were sown long before the Parisian stage. Picture the vibrant, bustling streets of Porto Alegre, a city pulsating with the rhythm of samba and the fervent passion for football. It was here, in the Vila Nova neighborhood, that Ronaldo de Assis Moreira, later to be known as Ronaldinho, first encountered the beautiful game. Not on manicured pitches, but on dusty, uneven ground, where resourcefulness and improvisation were paramount. His elder brother, Roberto Assis, a promising footballer himself, served as both mentor and protector, guiding Ronaldinho through the early years, shielding him from the temptations and pitfalls that often beset young talents in underprivileged communities. The family's modest circumstances fueled Ronaldinho's ambition. The loss of his father, João Moreira, a shipyard worker and amateur footballer, when Ronaldinho was just 8 years old, served as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of seizing every opportunity. Football became more than just a game. It was a means of honoring his father's memory, a path towards a better future for his family. This early hardship instilled in him a deep-seated resilience, a determination to overcome obstacles and to make the most of his God-given talent. Futsal, a fast-paced, five-a-side version of football played on a hard court, proved to be the perfect training ground for honing Ronaldinho's extraordinary skills. The confined space demanded quick thinking, precise passing, and exceptional close control. It was here that he developed his signature moves. The elastico, the nutmeg, the no-look pass, all executed with effortless grace and a disarming smile. These were not just tricks. They were expressions of joy, a celebration of the freedom and creativity that defined his style of play. Consider his time with Grêmio, the Porto Alegre-based club where he first rose to prominence. Even as a teenager, his talent was undeniable. He possessed an uncanny ability to glide past defenders, to create scoring opportunities out of seemingly impossible situations. But it was his infectious enthusiasm, his genuine love for the game that truly captivated audiences. He played with a childlike wonder, as if he were still a boy kicking a ball around on the streets of Vila Nova. His performances for Grêmio attracted the attention of scouts from across the globe. The transition to Paris Saint-Germain represented a significant leap, a move to a more competitive league, a more demanding environment. While his time in Paris was not without its challenges, it served as a crucial stepping stone, preparing him for the even greater heights that he would reach. In Barcelona, it was in Paris that he learned to adapt his game to the rigors of European football, to navigate the complexities of a new culture, to shoulder the weight of expectation. Think of it as a chrysalis, a period of transformation before the butterfly takes flight. However, the path to superstardom wasn't paved solely with accolades. Consider the weight of expectation settling upon young shoulders. The Parisian press, while initially enamored with his flair, soon demanded consistency, tangible results. The spotlight's glare intensified scrutiny, magnifying perceived missteps, fueling whispers of unfulfilled potential. Now contemplate the cultural chasm he navigated. Leaving behind the familiar comforts of home, the warm embrace of family, he immersed himself in a world of unfamiliar customs, a different language, a distinct playing style. Moreover, picture the strategic chess match unfolding on the pitch. European football, with its emphasis on tactical discipline and physical prowess, presented a unique challenge to Ronaldinho's improvisational genius. He had to learn to temper his natural instincts, to blend his individual brilliance with the collective needs of the team. This involved understanding nuanced formations, anticipating defensive strategies, and making split-second decisions under immense pressure. In addition, visualize the changing dynamics within the PSG squad itself. He arrived as a prodigious talent, yet he was surrounded by established stars, each vying for recognition, each with their own ambitions. Navigating these interpersonal relationships required diplomacy, humility, and an unwavering focus on team goals. It wasn't enough to simply possess exceptional skills. He needed to earn the respect of his teammates, to forge bonds of trust and camaraderie. Furthermore, beyond the pitch, there existed a world of endorsements, media appearances, and public scrutiny. The allure of fame, the temptation to indulge in the trappings of wealth, presented another set of challenges. Maintaining focus, staying grounded, and prioritizing his craft became paramount. Now consider how this applies when you face such distractions, when the world showers you with attention. Despite these hurdles, his time in Paris was far from fruitless. His burgeoning partnership with players like J.J. Okocha offered tantalizing glimpses of the magic to come. Imagine the training ground, the two maestros exchanging passes, pushing each other to new heights of creativity. These moments, though fleeting, foreshadowed the mesmerizing displays that would soon captivate the world. To be sure, the French capital served as an important crucible, forging the mental fortitude, tactical awareness, and professional discipline that would define his later years. It was a period of growth, a time for learning, a necessary step on his journey to becoming a global icon. The Parisian chapter, while not the defining moment of his career, remains an indispensable piece of the Ronaldinho puzzle. It laid the foundation upon which his Barcelona legacy would be built. The Barcelona move wasn't merely a change of scenery, it represented a seismic shift in the club's very identity. Joan Laporta's election as president, fueled by the promise of bringing Ronaldinho to the Camp Nou, signaled a new era, an era built on reclaiming the club's heritage of attacking football, on restoring its pride and prestige after years of relative decline. Picture Laporta, a charismatic leader, understanding the transformative power of a single player, a beacon of hope to galvanize a fractured fan base. His arrival coincided with a period of rebuilding. Frank Rijkaard, the newly appointed manager, was tasked with assembling a squad capable of challenging for major honors. Ronaldinho became the cornerstone of this project, the catalyst around which the team's attacking philosophy would revolve. Imagine Rijkaard, a calm and composed figure entrusting the Brazilian with the freedom to express his creativity, while simultaneously instilling a sense of tactical discipline and collective responsibility. Initially, doubts lingered. Some questioned whether his flamboyant style, so captivating to watch, could truly translate into consistent success at the highest level. Others wondered if he possessed the mental fortitude to lead a club of Barcelona's stature, to shoulder the immense pressure that came with wearing the Blaugrana jersey. However, these skeptics would soon be silenced, as Ronaldinho embarked on a period of sustained brilliance that would redefine his career and reshape the destiny of the club. The 2004-2005 season marked his true ascendancy. His mesmerizing dribbling, his audacious passes, his breathtaking goals, all contributed to a sense of euphoria that swept through the Camp Nou. Consider the goal against Sevilla, a gravity-defying strike that seemed to bend the laws of physics, or the assist for Ludovic Giuli against AC Milan, a moment of pure genius that unlocked a stubborn defense and propelled Barcelona towards Champions League glory. Beyond the individual highlights, it was his ability to elevate the performance of those around him that truly set him apart. Players like Samuel Eto'o, Deco, and Xavi flourished alongside him, benefiting from his creativity, his vision, and his infectious enthusiasm. He fostered a spirit of camaraderie within the squad, creating a harmonious environment where everyone felt valued and empowered. Think of him as the conductor of an orchestra, harmonizing individual talents into a cohesive and captivating symphony. His impact transcended the field. He became a global icon, a symbol of joy and optimism in a world often plagued by negativity. His smile, his infectious laughter, his unwavering belief in the power of football to unite people, all resonated with fans from all walks of life. He reminded the world that football could be more than just a sport. It could be a source of inspiration, a celebration of human potential. To be certain, his tenure at Barcelona represented the pinnacle of his career. He not only restored the club to its former glory, but also redefined the very essence of the game, reminding the world that football could be beautiful, exhilarating, and above all, fun. The memories he created during those golden years will forever be etched in the hearts of Barcelona fans. Reflecting on this journey so far, we begin to perceive the full spectrum of his influence, not merely as a collection of dazzling moments, but as a force that subtly reshaped the landscape of the game itself. It's akin to observing a master painter whose individual brushstrokes, stunning in their own right, coalesce to form a composition that transcends the sum of its parts. The narrative unfolds, revealing not just a player's ascent, but the subtle ripple effects that altered the currents around him. Consider, then, the less tangible aspects of his impact: the elevation of collective spirit, the rekindling of hope in a disillusioned fan base, the quiet encouragement of peers to embrace their own unique artistry. These are the echoes that resonate long after the final whistle, the subtle shifts in perspective that redefine what is possible. The story is not merely about goals scored or trophies won, it's about the inspiration ignited, the boundaries pushed, the sheer audacity to believe in the transformative power of joy. Drawing these strands together, we begin to see that his legacy extends beyond the confines of the pitch. It touches upon the broader human experience, the universal yearning for self-expression, the courage to defy convention, the simple, unadulterated delight in pursuing one's passion. His career becomes a testament to the idea that true greatness lies not only in achieving extraordinary feats, but in inspiring others to strive for their own version of excellence. In light of these insights, the path forward becomes clearer, not in the sense of predicting future events, but in understanding the enduring relevance of his story. It's a reminder that the most profound impacts are often those that cannot be quantified, the intangible qualities that resonate on a deeply human level. His journey serves as a mirror, reflecting our own aspirations, our own struggles, our own potential to leave a positive mark on the world. As we pivot towards the final reflection, it's important to acknowledge the inherent complexities of legacy. The story is not a simple, linear progression of triumph. It's a nuanced tapestry woven with threads of both brilliance and vulnerability. The very qualities that propelled him to greatness, his unwavering self-belief, his infectious enthusiasm, also carried the seeds of his eventual decline. This paradox underscores the human element, the reminder that even the most extraordinary individuals are not immune to the pitfalls of fame, the temptations of excess, the inevitable passage of time. The narrative has revealed a constellation of influences, decisions, and circumstances that converged to shape an extraordinary trajectory. It's a story that invites contemplation, not just of a player's career, but of the broader forces that shape human destiny. The essence of his impact lies not merely in the highlight reels, but in the deeper, more resonant themes that continue to reverberate throughout the world of sports and beyond. The applause has faded, the stadium stands silent, yet the echoes of Ronaldinho's magic continue to reverberate. His story, more than a highlight reel of dazzling goals and audacious dribbles, is a testament to the enduring power of joy, a reminder that the beautiful game, at its heart, is a celebration of human expression. He didn't just play football. He painted masterpieces on the pitch, each touch a stroke of genius, each movement a symphony of skill and imagination. His legacy transcends the trophies and accolades, residing instead in the countless smiles he ignited, the dreams he inspired, the unwavering belief he instilled in a generation of footballers to play with freedom and passion. He reminded us that true artistry lies not just in technical perfection, but in the unbridled spirit of creativity, the willingness to take risks, the courage to embrace the unexpected. Consider the ripple effect of his influence, the countless young players who, watching him weave his magic, dared to dream of emulating his brilliance. He became a symbol of hope, a beacon of possibility, demonstrating that even the most audacious aspirations can be realized through dedication, perseverance, and an unwavering belief in oneself. His impact extends far beyond the confines of the footballing world, resonating with anyone who has ever dared to pursue their passion with unbridled enthusiasm. His journey also serves as a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of glory, the inevitable decline that awaits even the brightest stars. The pressures of fame, the temptations of excess, the relentless demands of the modern game, all took their toll, dimming the brilliance of his light. Yet, even in his later years, he retained that infectious smile, that unwavering love for the game, reminding us that true joy lies not in the pursuit of perfection, but in the simple act of playing. Now, as the narrative concludes, consider the enduring message, the quiet call to action that resonates beyond the boundaries of the screen. It is an invitation to embrace our own unique talents, to cultivate our passions, to find joy in the pursuit of excellence, whatever form that may take. It is a reminder that the true measure of success lies not in the accolades we accumulate, but in the positive impact we have on the world around us. The true practice begins now, in how we choose to live, how we choose to inspire, how we choose to embrace the spirit of Ronaldinho, the Brazilian magician who reminded us that football, and life itself, should be played with a smile.